the debate start, because what happens is that this is something that the people have never know. And Peter Phillips is dispensation. An arrangement was made that we now have a wait until the 31st of March before you read the next budget. You want, when the 31st of March come, the next budget is ready. So that was one of the things that came out of the agreement with Peter Phillips. So we hit the ground running, unlike in previous years when the budget starts the 31st of March, the date starts, and you're going all down in April, and the money not start spending. So that was part of the arrangement when we had with the IMF recently.
And that was in an effort to spend more of the capital budget, right?
Yeah, man. Get things going as quickly as possible.
Talk to me.
Yeah, man.
So, PIOJ don't normally come out with them figures a little earlier than this, Ralston?
No, well, here maybe next week or the end of the month.
Wow. But some predictions have been made by who?
The minister, she couldn't go into more. She already agreed at her station that we are in a recession.
The minister said we are in a recession, but we are not in a recession.
Yeah,
the Prime Minister said we're not in a recession. Horace Chang said there's a crisis. What is happening?
Well, I mean, as I said, the minister, she took more responsibility. She could avoid it no more. Fact of the matter is that we're in a recession, 2 consecutive quarters decline, and the PIOJ gave her a heads up on the numbers, so she knows that Prime Minister play politics, so no one declare it. Metro Siaga, the private sector president, play politics, so no one declare it, and I make himself look very stupid.
Now, tell me something, Raleigh. If we don't admit that we are sick, what will possibly happen?
You get sicker, which is what the minister and what the budget is doing. The budget is going to make the country sicker because they're in denial.
So, and that's where I see the major part of the problem.
Yeah, man.
Bigger than the fact that we are in a recession, bigger than the fact that we're not producing, the biggest part of the problem is that if the government, if the administration don't accept that there is a problem, there will be no solution coming soon.
Yeah, man, because if the patients don't admit to them sick, them now take the medicine to get better, and that is what the budget tell us.
All right, so you have heard what the Custos of Kingston, acting Governor General, laid out on Thursday. What are your assessments?
Well, the first thing is that the assessment is that the Governor General's office need to get somebody who understands economics to advise the Governor General before him read what them game. Because when Governor General really had to read what them game, he never have a clue about what him read. He just read what them game.
But I know so you go normally got the government basically just give him what to read.
Yeah, man. And it makes him look very stupid. That is what I'm saying. There's a need now for somebody to be in that office that understands economics and tell him, say, well, nobody said this guy, this don't make no sense and all that.
But can he do that, though, Ralston? Can he legally do that?
No, that is what I'm saying. There needs to be a provision in the office now for that. Because a lot of the things where you say really don't make no sense. Anyway, them say them are focused on literacy, yeah? Them say them are focused, you're going to have like 6 hotels are going to be built with 1,000 rooms this year. And it will bring in $2.5 billion worth of foreign direct investments. Now, that is one of the things. You know what was foreign direct investment in Jamaica last in 2023? $383 million. In 2017, it was...
Hold on, slow down. Hold on, Ralston. In 2023,
it was over $383 million.
383 million US, but that's a little bit.
Yeah, man. And in 2017, it was 900 million. So it dropped from 900 million, dropped by almost 2/3, from 900 million to 300 million. And then they give something to tell him, so we're at $2.5 billion this year.
$2.5 billion.
Yeah.
So that's going up by more than 600% that I go up by.
Yeah. Almost 800%. That is why I'm saying you need to have somebody that wants to send some, say, I don't think they're nonsense because we have one of the most unstable periods in the world now. Between this year and the next 4 years, we'll be one of the most unstable periods. So I don't know how they want to get them level of foreign investments in the economy. And
so,
that is
so
what
the
we're
first,
talking about.
so the first thing we have flagged this $2.5 billion foreign investment.
In foreign direct investment. Yep.
FDI.
Yep.
$2.5 billion. When was the last time we have had that kind of investment in Jamaica?
Never. Even when we had the Spanish invasion, we never get so much money.
What's the closest we get to that? 900 million?
Yeah, man.
So where them say this going to come from?
Well, them never said. Them not say that. So that me try to just give them things to read and them just read them without asking any questions. And
but the questions are now to be asked of the government who give it for read.
Yeah, man.
So it's like a man I read the newscast. The editor edit the news and give him for read.
I'm just read.
So I could just accept that is the Governor General's role to read what the government give him for read. Now the questions will have to be asked of the government. What else?
Yeah, man.
What else came to you?
Well, tell the truth, apart from that, there was nothing really significant that the one speech. Bottom line, it was just very pedestrian.
What is in there for production?
There was nothing.
What is in there for growth?
Nothing.
So this $2.5 billion is what they are pinning the growth on?
Precisely. There was never anything else identified in terms of growth. Yeah.
If you're just joining us, we're talking to Ralston Hyman, senior economic analyst, financial analyst here in Jamaica, the best, telling us where Jamaica is right now on the economic path. Ralston, the Prime Minister, said that the economy is fit.
Well, because they not accept that a recession telling that the economy is getting sick, a depression telling that the economy is in a chronic state of sickness. Yeah? So you have recessions and you have depressions. Yeah? So the first stage is a recession. Yeah? And a recession, no matter what the Prime Minister said, no matter what Metro will make himself look like idiot and say, it's 2 consecutive quarters decline in real GDP. You could have investor confidence a little more. You could have low unemployment a little more.
And that's what the manual tell you.
Globally.
That anytime you have 2 quarters of decline, that means you're in a recession. Recession.
All right. So here we go. Just like when you play a football game, it no matter how you play good for the 90 minutes, how much passes you make. So when you get the ball in the net, it means you lose the game, you don't score. So no matter where you have investor confidence is supposed to lead to more investments, and more investments supposed to lead to growth. Low unemployment means that you're supposed to get more output. So if you say, get them things that the economy are declined, it means that something is fundamentally wrong. So when Mexico come with this nonsense and I talk about investor confidence wins and the amount of people who are work and all that, it means that something is fundamentally wrong with the economy. If it's the investor confidence, what the investors are not investing and you're not seeing it in growth. If you have low unemployment and you're not seeing it in growth, it means that something is wrong with the economy. Because all of those things are means to an end, and the end must be economic growth. So once the economy is in decline, and you decline for 2 quarters, you're in a recession. Simple.
You know what I realize, Ralston? I don't know if you ever hear some man say, you can play better in a football game and lose.
Of course. Because the objective is to get the ball on the net.
So that is the foolish thinking. Oh, we are play good, it look good. But the man them scored 3 goals per way, but we are passed the ball nice. And we are cut out the man them belly, man. But 3 goals in our net.
That's the point.
And you say we're playing better.
Simple.
So when we look at this whole thing now, Ralston, how long will this recession last? I know I've asked you this a number of times.
Well, let me again explain to the people. We have different kinds of recession. You have a V-shaped recession where you go down and you come up fast. If you want to come up fast, it means you have to take the medicine. You have a double-shaped recession where you take a little longer for your cure. So you have to take the doses of medicine when the doctor gives you. That's why the doctor says you must take the full course. Mm-hmm. And you have the L-shaped recession where you tell the doctor, say, I'm not take nothing. Well, what the budget I tell us is that them say them not take nothing because them in a recession. Them in denial. Them not listen to what the doctor said. Yes, so it can be as long as possible. And here why you say that. So the budget, 1.26 trillion, which is 107 billion, or the 1.367 billion revised amount last year. Minister come out yesterday when the people were talking about it and said it cut because she have lower interest payments. The minister still not explain how come the recurrent budget, that's the housekeeping budget, cut by 11 billion. And she still not explain how come the capital budget, which is the gross budget, cut from 80 billion last year to 62 billion this year.
So she cut the capital budget this year by 8
billion.
billion.
Which is the gross budget, yeah. After she cut the first one by 19 billion, we did. So she cut the capital budget by 37 billion. So the most powerful drug was to ease the disease. She not take the full course. Because them say them not sick. Or she said, I'm sick, but I'm not sick.
That's the problem. That is the issue now in Ralston.
Yep.
So that means them not prescribe no medicine.
No medicine. That is why I say it can be as long as possible. Because if you're sick, you got a doctor to take the medicine. You can be sick as long as possible till you're dead. So that's a one. Yep. So the capital budget at 62 billion, coming down from 80 billion last year. And in a recession, the housekeeping budget is 11 billion less than last year. So you have a problem. So when you go to the hospital, the services are get poorer. You know, I get nothing different from the Ministry of Education. You know, I get nothing different from the Ministry of National Security because the money we them get are less than last year. Our inflation accelerate. So it's a recession budget. In other words, the budget will reinforce the recession. Simple.
So the double style recession is that you go down and you come up.
Yeah, man. You have the V way come up back fast. You have the W way take little longer to come up. And then you have the L way about to come up. You just stay flat.
What happens if we stay flat for, let's say, 2 or 3 quarters?
Poverty and more unemployment, and people get laid off and all of them things. Because one thing again, the minister in our recession has just come back to the best subject now. She said to collect 100 billion more taxes than when Nigeria can't say we don't collect last year now. 1.1 trillion in taxes. Last year Nigeria can't say a trillion. This time she said 1.1 trillion when the economy in a recession. So which part that all come from?
So that means we're going to miss a lot of the targets then.
Of course.
So
of course.
The people who must say we preach doom and gloom. Just come challenge them figures here now. Don't wait till after it happens. Come now.
Yep.
Challenge these figures now. Because now we are saying that you plan to collect $100 billion more.
More in taxes.
When the economy is down.
Yep.
How that will make
sense? I'm sick and you want to take more blood from me and you don't feed me. Because the capital budget and the feeding budget, you don't feed me, but you want more blood from me. So how it all work? I'm a people in my father who used to support me, so them stop supporting me because it's still a factor in that yet, you know. The American economy, inflation are accelerating in America. The Fed now bring down interest rates again. American GDP growth has slowed down. So you now get no more remittances. Enough people are get run from America, come back to Jamaica. So how you going to take care of them without any remittances, right? Even the same tourism flows. The American people are under pressure. 60% of the tourists come from America, 70% to be precise. You now get so much tourists from America. You're back, let's say, why the winter make the American people not come? Winter should have make them come.
Ralston, somebody is saying that the fact that year after year the government has been unable to spend the capital budget. They haven't been able to spend more than about 60 billion. So cutting the capital budget now to 60 billion is basically what they will spend. So they must accept the fate that we can't spend more than $60 billion, so we now budget more than that.
Good point. And that is the point they make. Guess who was in charge of the capital, who in charge of procurement? Because procurement issues why them can't spend the capital budget. You know who's Minister of Procurement, you know?
The Prime Minister.
No. The Minister of Finance.
Don't a favor.
Yeah, the great Nigel Clark. Because Nigel Clark invented this thing, we can't spend the capital budget because of procurement. That is why the economy is going on recession. Now, if he was a great finance minister, he would have fixed that problem. So if you know, sir, these are the reason why your house are leak. Don't you have fix the reason why the house are leak rather than come and tell your wife every day say why the house are leak and that's why I'm not doing it. Yeah, so I'm great as a finance minister and couldn't fix procurement. And she come back with the same garbage. So
we see where, let me say this, Basil. We see where $60 billion spent in the capital budget have resulted in a recession in the country.
Don't you think the priority should be in the throne speak that we're going to fix the procurement process so we can
and
fully spend the capital
more.
budget?
You must spend more for the capital budget, dog.
You get it.
You can't. Watch a brother, you know. Watch a brother. He's one of the man who told me station. Basil, the capital budget, capital spending is one of the drivers of growth in the economy. Am I right, Ralston?
Let's bring it to the patient. The capital budget coming like your heart. So if you're not fix your heart, your body can't function. So
if you're not pump more blood, you're not pumping enough blood to reach everywhere.
Yep.
Then you have a problem. So you can't make your heart come to the fact that, listen, my foot now work and that thing that now work, so we just have one pump blood to the rest of the body. Make them stay and dead.
Right.
No.
Yeah. So the first and the biggest responsibility of the Minister of Finance, if it was great, was supposed to fix the procurement process so that we can fully spend the capital budget. We find that totally unacceptable.
Is that incompetence on the part of the political directorate?
Nigel Clark.
The legislator.
On the part of Nigel Clark. Yeah, I'm sure I'll cover the same thing to incompetence because she did watch him from a long time. I said, well, him say him can spend the capital budget because of procurement. The first thing when they're going to do when they're going to fix it. Instead to come and accept the same fate. And so, by the way,
and cut the budget to suit it.
Yep, all right. And the people of Jamaica must live with that. Yep.
So, Ralston,
rubbish.
Ralston, the capital budget is supposed to take care of our bridges, with roads, with schools,
correct,
with police station, with hospital,
brand new equipment, buy equipment,
fire equipment.
Make sure the road them in a good position, man, all of that.
How then are we gonna get any new projects out of this budget?
That's the point I'm making. That's why I'm telling you that the recession can be as long as possible because they make no provision to deal with it. So although we sick of the recession and we know that the capital budget causes recession, they must accept the fate and say, so we are about to deal with that. We are not allow that and must accept the fate. Yeah.
Chris is asking, why wouldn't you spend more money budgeted to develop the country? Why they don't do that?
Because of incompetence, because them can't fix procurement. No, that's supposed to be the first task of the government. If you want the economy to grow, you have to fully spend the capital budget and you have to spend more than the capital budget. So whatever is the problem that is causing it, you can't spend a capital budget. You have to fix the problem. I have to fix 6 years, 9 o'clock, never fix it. That's why I got out of recession. And she come on and I do the same thing after she watch him for 6 years at the same cabinet. She never understood him and said, well, listen, when me go there, I make sure me fix procurement so me can spend the money because she had got there at the time when the recession is on. Instead, she said, boy, I accept that fate. I can't do anything about it. I'm only going to spend 60 million. So business.
Somebody else is saying, I would like to know if the law of diminishing returns affecting the economy.
Yeah, man. Especially in terms of the labor force, the law of diminishing marginal productivity. Yes. Simple. And let us explain to you, listen. You saw a man named J.B. Clark. He used to teach at Columbia University. Apart from the Nobel Prize, well, the biggest prize they can win in economics is the J.B. Clark medal. Mm-hmm. He developed the concept, said, you remember your grandmother said too many rats so they got good one.
Exactly, so, yes.
If you have more people at work and you get less per month, it means that the thing will go down.
Yeah,
so
devalue.
Something wrong. Yeah. So it means that the man them not fully trained and not properly organize them because the more people you have at work and the more output you're supposed to get. Mm-hmm. So although we have more people at work, the lowest level of unemployment, we get less output to the part that the economy is declining. The economy should be booming. So I'm right. So all them concepts and I can't understand that. So I tell you for a long time, saying no, but you can so if you not spend to train your labor force, equip your labor force with modern technology and them things. If you not make your infrastructure extremely modern, then you won't get investments and you won't get economic growth. So that's harm to the economy, diminishing marginal productivity.
Colin, if the economy is down, then why the government is not streaming the workers? It's costing about $460 billion a year. Can we afford that?
Well, that's another big problem. Yeah, because the biggest bill now in this year's budget is a wage bill, $460 billion. Yeah. when Nigel can't they spend out the money, and we say, oh, you spend out the money so you know improve the productivity of the workers, because again, JB Clark say your wages must be determined by your productivity. As your grandmother said, you put in how you're supposed to get out. How you raise the wage bill by so much and you know get the productivity for back it a long time. We're asking questions, the chicken them come home to roost now. When everybody I say the greatest and the this and the we ask the question. How you raise the wage bill so and so unequal and we now get the productivity. So take for example, the political directorate get the biggest increase in my Andrew and the politician them. What will I get from them? Them can't fix procurement. So while them I get big wages and matter, we say, oh, I think the problem like procurement you can't fix it, so you just have to live with the arms out that we created for you.
How much is in the budget this year for debt payment, Ralston?
364 billion.
354.
364.
364 billion.
28% of the budget. Wages are 39.37.
How much do we need to pay for debt this year?
I would say 364.64 billion.
So them not overpaying this year then?
No, well, them have less payments to make this year. That is why it dropped in comparison to last year. It was 501 billion.
So them have less payment. So
that's why the budget cut. Yep.
Okay. So you're satisfied with that amount budgeted for the debt repayment?
Well, I mean, as I said, them still, because what she said, again, as a priority, rather than say the priority is to fix procurement and so we can spend the capital budget and spend more on the capital side. She said our priority is to get the debt down to 60%. So she still have followed the whole, she has done the same thing when I said that. Yep. So we're satisfied because, as I said, them use the excuse that them can't spend the money in terms of procurement and capital for continue with the same trajectory in terms of keeping the primary surplus at the same level.
Mm.
Yeah. So rather than fix that problem, them use that an excuse for continue for the foolishness that they might do.
So you're saying that it is possible we could have budget less for debt payment this year?
Yeah, if we fix the procurement and say we'll spend more on the growth side.
And we'll be still in our correct amount that we're supposed to be paying on the debt.
Because it's at 25, 26, we could have pushed out the thing till 27, 28.
But they don't want to do that.
No, because they're lazy and they don't want to fix procurement, they don't want to work. Anything when this will work, they don't want to do it, yet them get this big salary increase.
But what is the benefit of working towards getting cheaper loans than working towards producing more? What is the benefit of getting the cheaper loans?
There's none. Don't you see the benefits we have on the ground? Pay poverty and pay criminality and everything. There's none. We had this thing for the last 6-7 years, almost 10 years on them, man. You say anything happen, you don't get any significant economic growth. You don't get none. You end up in a recession.
I see OB trying to join. I don't know why I'm not coming in from the other side. I'm trying to join from this side. Make us see if I can bring him in rally as one of our general.
Yep. The major objective of the administration right now is to get you out of the recession, and that means you have to fix the procurement so you can have a bigger capital budget, because the capital budget is the heart of the economy. That is the growth budget. As long as the government continues to cut the capital budget, you're not going to get no growth. Simple. And that Nigel Clark for the last 6 years when I'm there.
And it cannot work that way.
No, it can't work that way.
No.
When you're in a recession, standard economic formula globally is that the government spend more on capital for we have a multiplier effect on the economy.
Give me a couple of minutes, please.
All right, Toby.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
So that's a standard economics 101 globally.
So tell me now, Ralston, what are the things that we're looking at this year that will trouble this budget? That going to give this budget a trouble. What about salary increases for civil servants?
The recession itself is going to create a problem in terms of generating that additional 100 billion in taxes that them want. We don't say what them all get that.
We could talk about that little bit. We could talk about that 100. So the government wants to collect $100 billion more in tax.
Mm-hmm.
They normally say that no new taxes. That's Nigel punchline.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't put in any new taxes, but they have been collecting the most taxes as any administration in Jamaica. How much are you collecting for taxes from the people?
Yeah, man. So what them do, them exploit the ignorance of the people, because the people in Jamaica, them come to the fact that new taxes mean when the Minister of Finance go to Parliament and say, we want to put a tax on cigarettes, we want to put a tax on that. Them not understand the sophistication where the government have what you call a consumption taxes on consumption. So, yeah, every time you go to the shop, you pay more taxes.
Right.
Before I said to you, yep. They don't understand that concept. So you can have more taxes rather than new taxes. So they might look on is a semantic thing. They might look on new rather than more.
Exactly.
This government collect more taxes than any other government in the history of Jamaica.
And then we get less result. More taxes, our hospitals in shambles. More taxes, our roads are in the worst situation ever.
Yeah, man.
More taxes.
Hospitals coming like half stable. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That police stations coming like the black hole of Calcutta. Courthouses mash up. Yeah.
So she looking at $100 billion more in taxes, and that is to help to finance this budget.
On the budget. Yeah.
Right. How much she planning to borrow?
158 million. I know the Prime Minister said them no borrow.
158.
See the nonsense?
So this is less than last year.
Yeah, man.
So you're borrowing less than last year. Then that not look good, Ralston?
You're taxing more than last year, but in a recession. Are you spending less capital than last year?
No, sorry, you're borrowing less than last year. You're borrowing less. Last year they borrowed what? 268?
261 billion.
Right. And them cut the budget by how much?
107 billion.
107 billion. They cut the budget.
So I want 100 billion in new taxes. In more taxes using their term. Because what people believe, they understand. Taxes are taxes, whether it's new or whether it's more. Because all it do is reducing your spending power. That's
right, and taking more from you for the government.
You, yes. Yeah, so whether it's new or whether it's more, the net effect is that they take more from you and reduce your spending power, and then they give back less. Because they're not getting a road, they're not getting education, they're not getting a growth, yeah? They're not getting a proper health care, yeah.
Why? That's not normal, though.
No.
That's not normal in a recession. So they decide to spend less. You are saying that is a recipe for disaster. That is one of the things that
for recession, internationally, when you have recession, governments spend more because it is the responsibility of the government to push the economy out of a recession globally. As I'm saying, I know about economics.
What would you have suggested if you got the chance to talk to the Minister of Finance and the Prime Minister? What would you have suggested for this?
So we talk to them every day. I give them advice every day, free advice. So them should have pay me enough money, because enough free advice we give them. Instead them fight against me and send me against them, and where everybody follow me and them. Well, them should have pay me every day because them don't know about economics. What would I suggest that from before Clark left, them should have fixed the procurement, because as long as you're not spending on capital, you're going to end up in a recession as long as your art not function properly.
But the people in the procurement, Ralston, saying don't blame them, is the incompetence coming to them. Them said it, the farms them are not completely filled out, and people now do the thing them right or to do them.
So whose responsibility it is to, if me a government, me a Niger, right? Me want to look good and me want the economy to grow, and procurement are the problem. Me a go move heaven and earth, just like I move heaven and earth to pay the debt faster than to pay. I'm going to move everyone hurt to make sure that everything in that procurement fixed. Me, myself, I'm going to go fix it with the seminars them I keep and make sure the man them know what to do and know what to this and know what to that, because that will make me look good. So them can't pass off the blame on the people. The government's responsibility for run the country. So procurement is a part of running the country, because you have to have proper procurement so you can spend the capital budget.
So cut out less corruption.
Yeah, you get the point. Yeah.
Somebody's saying that Obama spent $800 billion to stimulate the U.S. economy in the recession in 2008.
Yeah, that person is spot on. And who was in charge of the stimulus thing? My top boss, my alter ego in economics, Larry Propellerhead Summers.
Spend 800
billion.
billion.
That's so. Yeah. So that is why when it comes to economic management, apart from John F. Kennedy, Obama the greatest economic manager America ever say. Yeah. 800 billion, that stimulus package was built up by Larry Propeller and Summers, Christina Roma, Tim Geithner. Obama assembled one of the greatest economic team America has ever seen. That's correct.
So you're saying that this is the time when the government of Jamaica should have tried to spend $150 billion
more
or $200 billion to rev back the economy in a year.
Yeah, him know about more economics than Nigel Clark and Zola and Favor put together. Correct. The man who tell about the Obama stimulus package a while ago, him know about more economics than them. Yep.
RB Media. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So you have to drive back the thing into.
That is the responsibility of government. You can't just sit down and make the economy drop in a slum. You can't have a family man. You can't sit down and make your family crash. And your responsibility to go out there. So the government should be spending more. Yeah? Yep. But them use the excuse as procurement so them can't spend the money. You get to me, I said to you, so you watch the economy and you watch your family sing. I said, boy, you can't do not help them. Yep. So why the need for have you? We don't need for have you then if you can't do not help with. Yeah. John Maynard Keynes said the responsibility of government is to manage the economy in these times. That is why people vote. Yeah? Government must do for you what you can do for yourself. Collective goods, infrastructure, healthcare, education. Yeah? Or the minister come in a recession and tell you, say, you have to spend less for education, you have to spend less for national security, you have to spend less for healthcare, you have to spend less for capital. So we do? Wait for Metro and friend them to grow the economy. That never happen.
So what you're saying to my listeners and viewers, Ralston, is that it is a big part of government responsibility to drive the economy, to create spending.
Globally, anybody who know about global economics know that. It is the responsibility of the government. That's why government collect your taxes.
And that's why sometimes you hear the American president talking about repairing bridges and doing these kind of things.
Infrastructure, because those things are there, it's multiplier effect. Yes.
Create jobs.
Yeah, man.
People
Obama
getting
was classical with that. Yeah.
But they're saying that there are enough jobs in Jamaica, Ralston.
What kind of job? The man who a white car, you know, say 340,000 of the people them who them say I work. A man who a wash car and a walk up and down and sell mango and sell tigers and biscuit and all of them garbage up on the road. That's why you can't get no production out of the labor force.
340,000 Jamaicans who are considered employed are walking around selling tigers, selling shamai, washing cars.
Well,
so they're not making any money to really stimulate anything. They are making money to stop themselves from being hungry.
All right. I have 240,000. I sell the thing that we produce in China in Mr. Chin wholesale. And we produce them. And Mr. Chin thing them. All them money that go back to China.
Wholesale workers.
Yep.
Working in the retail industry. Getting what? Minimum wage?
Minimum wage. I know the goods they're making in Jamaica, China, we import them from. And then you have 240,000 man for 5 acre land with cutlass and hoe and them things they see them in the farming.
How much that?
250,000 man.
250,000 man in the farming. A farm old time style.
Yeah, that's the quality of labor force. And then you have 50,000 man with master's degree and them thing, they answer phone in a call center. Yeah?
So hold on. So you're saying now that here is a set of people who are way more qualified than the job that they are doing.
Precisely.
You have a master's and it's a call center job you have.
Yeah, that's why I started telling you the underemployment rate is 5%.
5% of Jamaicans are underemployed.
Yeah.
Meaning 5%. That you are way more qualified than the work that you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So simplify. You have a man who is a doctor, but him can't get a work as a doctor because the space them full. So him basically a wash car.
Yeah, man. Same,
madness.
Same.
And we are bragging about this kind of unemployment.
Precisely. That's the composition of the labor force. And then you have another 60,000 man. I try to sell house for 45 million or 50 million we can't sell. The real estate sector.
OB in the house. OB morning. Drop off. Came on a while ago and we lost him. I don't know
Yeah,
what.
so the whole thing is flawed. Yeah. The productivity of labor force is weak because they're not enough value added work. GDP is a value added measure. You have to add value. Yeah.
Make we talk TV. Can I ask Ralston, how is it that they are spending $5 billion more on Cornwall Regional Hospital?
That's the next thing. Conrad Original started at 2 billion, so 5 billion shall have completed 2.5 times. Now we got like $30 billion I can't done yet.
Wow.
Waste of the country's resources. That's not try to tell you. I saw them waste money, it's true. Yep. And tough time still full of big chat. Yep.
The budget now casted. It is going for review. What is the process now?
Well, it got to the committee in Parliament. No, Standing Finance Committee, and then the man them ask question. But them just use a majority and just ignore everybody and then just end up with the same thing. So it's really a farce. Yeah, because they have the majority. So no matter what the other side asks, or no matter what the other side says, they just ignore that and do the matter.
Do you expect any shortfall in the budget?
Well, you know what they say? What is the next thing where people ever understand? Them say Nigel Clark are the greatest. You know, say I have 4 different budget Nigel Clark present every year.
Obi.
Yeah.
You know that?
4 different budget every year.
Hello?
Yeah, so they present
the
this. Yeah, they present this, then you have the first supplementary estimate, then the second supplementary estimate, then the third supplementary estimate. So that's the same process as that.
We have Obi on the line. Obi, we're talking to Ralston Hyman. Obi?
Yeah, man. I'm hearing you.
All right. Walk on. I don't know. We're not. Hold on. Yeah, Obi, go ahead now.
Yeah, morning. How you doing?
Good, man. Ralston,
Good. All right.
Yeah, man. Bless up, Obi.
Heal up, Raleigh, the maestro. Always happy to be on the platform with you. Well,
yeah, man. Blessings, man.
But yeah, man, a lot of things, Raleigh, a lot of things. But I don't know if Colin asked you before, but certainly, Raleigh, what I would want you to just to unpack for us, what this mean in what we are seeing reported by the official organization that is empowered to do that, Staten and PIOJ, well, Staten in particular, that collaborate the figure, and of course PIOJ, but they both collaborate in that. Listen, we are officially in our recession. You know, well, yeah, based on the numbers coming in. What share with the Jamaican people, the listeners and viewers, what this how do you compute a situation where the raw numbers that we see coming out from the Strone speech, where it's saying that, listen, they want to collect more GCT, more income tax and so on. How do you compute that with a declining economy, an economy that is officially in recession?
Well, that's what I was just telling Obi, that is an impossibility. That doesn't make sense because the economy is declining. Right now, there's a revenue shortfall of 10.77 billion, which resulted in an expenditure cut of 11.7 billion during the period April to December. But what they are doing, they are in denial. So although the minister says we are in a recession, she's then come back and say we're not into a recession, and all of them denying it, including the private sector people. So that is an impossibility. It's not going to happen. So they're going to have a problem. But I'll tell Kobe, Colin, Nigel Clark always present 4 different budgets every year. So they'll be the first supplementary estimate when them come back and cut with them. And normally it's the capital budget they're going to cut. I don't think they're going to even fully spend the 62 billion that they planned this year. So every year when they make them mistake, they come back and cut the capital budget, which is what brought the economy in a recession. That's what is going to happen now. Because you can't collect that amount of extra taxes in a recession. Nigel Clark was $1 trillion last year. Now she said 1.1 trillion. Nonsense.
1.1 trillion. So effectively, Raleigh, what we're seeing is in real term is a smaller budget being presented this year versus last year?
Yeah, man. And to try to excuse it by saying it is because we're only paying out less for interest charges. But the capital budget has also been cut from 80 billion to 62 billion, and the recurrent budget has been cut by 11 billion. So overall, the budget is lower than last year at every level, not just because we're not paying out the amount of money that we paid for debt service charges. So
Indeed, Raleigh.
And I have a smaller budget than previously.
Indeed, Raleigh, and that to me, when I heard that from Minister Favour Williams, it was quite troubling, because she's saying that, you know, that is the only reason why the budget come across that way. But certainly, when you really dig down into the numbers, you're seeing where there is officially a contraction that we're seeing, Raleigh. So why is this denial? Why is the denial coming? Sorry, Raleigh. Why is the denial coming? And once you can understand the situation where we'd say that politicians will be politicking, but why are we seeing this even being collaborated, this denial being collaborated even by the members of the private sector? Why?
Well, you know Metri, you know what is Metri's name?
Siaga.
So that explains it, man. Yeah, and not tell him, Metri, I make yourself look very stupid. Yeah, I told him that. You make yourself look very stupid, like you really don't know about economics.
That even if you have a change of government, Nigel should be the Minister of Finance? Is that the same?
Yeah, man, that's it, man. So what you expect? What you expect?
So now that Nigel run away, what will you say? Can Nigel run, you know? Pack his bag and run?
Yeah, well, him set up the recession and run left it.
But
oh,
Raleigh,
God.
They said that one of the reasons why they don't want to call it a recession is that the consumer index is up 7%. What does that mean?
Well, hold on. We already examined that with Don Anderson, and Don Anderson told us, because we talk about the numbers. The whole thing about business and consumer confidence in December was just wishful thinking. So when Metro tell about business confidence up, they never told Don Anderson anything that justify what they said. It was just a kind of, optimism thing. Yeah? And we have the evidence that the Christmas flopped. So all of that they were talking about because of the Christmas season, it flopped. The consumers never have any money to spend. And the people who were selling goods and services in the business in the Christmas told you that they never made any money. So it was based on expectations of Christmas, and all those expectations flopped.
All right, so Raleigh, explain something to me. You said that, hold on, Obi. You said that they are expecting $2.1 billion of foreign investment. 2.5 billion of foreign investment in Jamaica between the next financial year, right?
Mm-hmm.
With SSL and Usain Bolt's money, what is how high is foreign investor confidence in Jamaica right now?
All right. That's a very good point. All right. Before we even go to SSL, let us look at the current environment while I'm telling you about economics. The entire international investor community is in a state of uncertainty and confusion right now because of the policies being pursued by Donald Trump in terms of mass deportation, in terms of the tariff war and all those things. So they are not even looking at their own countries, but just looking at Jamaica at this particular time. Jamaica don't come on them on the radar screen right now. Everybody busy at trying to secure them own thing right now. That's what I'm telling you. They don't really understand what's going on in the world. That's one. Coming back locally now. This whole thing with Usain Bolt having a deleterious impact on investor confidence locally and internationally, because Bolt is an international figure. And that is why they must try to crucify the man politically, because him said him now rule out going to the international media. So a combination of Bolt in Jamaica and Trump in America make investor confidence in Jamaica extremely skittish right now. And no investor invests in our country just because your debt to GDP ratio low. And that's what I try to tell the minister and the prime minister. There's no investor who invests in our country just because your debt to GDP low. The investor look upon the level of corruption which Transparency International tell the man them say increase in Jamaica. The investor look upon the level of infrastructure the investor look on the hospital services. That is why when the U.S. State Department I used to travel advisory and tell the man about security and healthcare, yeah, the investor look on the quality of your labor force and say, yo, I be a done people and I train the people in properly and all of the people in a runway. So I force you to not that. Yeah. So this whole BOLT issue, the way they might try to politicize it, will have a negative impact on investor confidence. The combination of Trump and BOLT, negative impact on investor confidence. That is why I say the Governor General never know when breathe. Even before Trump BOLT, as we say, FDI flows in Jamaica has been declining since 2017 when we reached almost $900 billion. In 2023, the Bank of Jamaica, you can go up on the Bank of Jamaica website and look on it because we don't know find them things. They don't know where to find them things. But it was only changed to 83 million.
Ralston, hold on. Obi, you heard the question to Ralston a while ago. The government is planning to get $2.5 billion in foreign direct investment into Jamaica. What are your views on that? It has never happened. Ralston, we just asked Ralston if that anything like that has ever happened in Jamaica. And he said no, definitely no. This has never happened yet. What is going to make this happen, Obi?
Well, listen, Colin, what happened? They under the PJ Patterson PNP administration, Jamaica was in the Caribbean, basically attracting the most foreign direct investment. You remember, one would remember the Spanish invasion and so on in the hotel sector, among other things. After the PNP administration, the direct foreign investment has been go down on a downward trajectory. So what is happening now? It's really a level of jawboning, as Ralston would say, level of jawboning that is taking place. So it's a kind of talking up the economy. But when you look at it, as Ralston pointed out just now, all the indicators really point in the opposite direction, that things is not as the government is actually jawboning, because based on what is happening on the Trump radar and right now with Usain Bolt, I don't see it happening. So I have to concur with Ralston that I don't see that coming at all, Colin. We have never seen it this level before, even at the height of coming in. So I don't see it coming, and we're in very, very choppy water right now. So, it is home territory first for the US. And as we know that the United States is the locomotive of the economy, right? The major. So of the world's economy, rather. So that in itself, Colin, I think it's a pipe dream. And as I said, it's a level of jawboning that is taking place now, and expect much, much more of that to come from operatives within the government itself, and of course by their surrogate, a number of players in the private sector, etc., etc.
Jeffrey Tavares was just asking about the fact that the Prime Minister pulled out his money out of SSL somewhere within a year before Bolt money went missing. If anybody think that was insider trading.
Yeah, man. So again, one thing that we see, that is why I'm wondering what is happening in Jamaica, because even yesterday I was reading a report when the people were asking the country's chief prosecutor about the man thing. And I tried to play the political game too. I spin the thing upon the man and I said, boy, it should be responsible and know the risk associated with investing the money in SSL. So if Bolt is irresponsible, that means that the Prime Minister is irresponsible too, because the Prime Minister invested money in SSL. He also told us that he borrowed money from SSL to build his house. So how is it that he is not irresponsible and Bolt is irresponsible by investing his money in SSL?
Raleigh, if I may chime in, if this is not the most disgraceful thing to be said by somebody at that level, in casting such an assertion, and a Usain Bolt that went and being a patriot, invest his money in one of the entity that the government and people who were close to the government were touting and talking up, and you're now, as the chief prosecutor,
not just touting. Hold on, not just touting. The government was investing in there too.
The Prime Minister.
Indeed. And here is another thing. I'm sorry, Raleigh. Here is another thing. You have people who are now saying that, listen, Bolt money did not reach to SSS. Of course, his lawyer pounds and say, no, not so, because this money does not come in via a brown paper bag. It was electronically transferred from one account to SSL. Of course, one media house is reporting that they are standing by their story that Bolt money did not reach SSL. How do you respond to that, Raleigh?
Well, as the lawyer said, Bolt money came in via transfer from the official bank system. Additionally, Mr. Tomlinson, in testifying in the Supreme Court, also conceded that Bolt money came in. And they have records to show that Bolt money came in. Yeah. So that's just nonsense. And I'm telling you, all those things are going to have a deleterious impact on investor confidence, because if somebody can invest their money in an institution in which the Prime Minister himself invested money in and said he got money from to build his house, and then you are not telling the man that he was irresponsible to do the same thing that the Prime Minister is doing, you are really walking on very, 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 very threadbare ground. Yeah, and that's going to have a deleterious impact on confidence in the financial system, because if I can invest my money in an institution that is regulated by the government and in which the Prime Minister himself invests, and then now I lose my money, and then you are telling me that I am irresponsible to invest in that institution, it means that the Prime Minister is irresponsible too.
And not just the Prime Minister, but the other government agencies that have invested in there. Remember, only ministries and government agencies have money in there too.
But we use the Prime Minister because he is the top official in the country.
All right.
Absolutely. Raleigh, so what would drive a media entity to basically put out a statement, and I'm taking that this official statement, to say, listen, they are standing by their story? That
remember they stood by a particular story that cost them $20 million.
That was the PJ.
Remember they stand by stories, however erroneous. Yeah.
All right. Well,
but gentlemen, the question is, why would anybody be going at Usain Bolt? That is what struck me and what I find
Colin, just because the man came out and said, yo, for 2 years, they might give me a peer argument and I can't know nothing about my money, and me now rule out going international. That is why a particular opportunist put out the thing against the man, and then the whole of them follow the line. Just like how them follow the same line about recession, but no recession. All of them just follow the line there. What is surprising is that somebody like the DPP, who should be independent, would carry the same line.
This to me is crazy.
Of course, it's crazy.
This is crazy, and to hear people who are supporting the government making these kind of statements against a man who every single one of us sit down and watch him making money. We know where the youth money coming from humble beginnings. What are you saying to people where I come from country when I have no connection? Look at the culture and the creative industry, because Bolt is a creative, my people. Let me tell you that. Look at these people.
That is what I'm telling you.
Decide them just take with their money, so.
That is why I'm telling you that it's going to have a negative impact on investor confidence. The worst thing that them could have ever done. That's the point I'm making to you. Is the worst thing that them could have ever done. They're going to pay the price for it politically, and I'm going to pay the price for it economically.
We are going to pay the economic price, not just them.
Yeah, man. Yeah, of course.
Come in,
price.
I just want to digress a bit. As someone who out there, like yourself, Raleigh and Colin, all three of us are part of the fourth estate. I want to just urge our people, Jamaicans both at home and abroad, to be mindful. Head is important at this time, not just to wear cap, but to think. There's a particular narrative that is being carried, and there are some people who are leading on it. Look at the attack that is coming at a Percival Noel James Pattison, just because he dared to chime in and to say that, listen, not so fast, we must recalibrate these things and so on. So it's a similar narrative now, in a different way. Usain Bolt dare to say, listen, I am not going to keep quiet anymore. Time come to use a euphemism. my money that I work hard for. I need some solid argument on it. And, you know, that is why people are saying that, here what happened. It seems as if there are some mix-up with people in officialdom, i.e. government and so, that have some question to answer. Because here is
funny. This is
looking funny. Because the man come out and you have some people from certain quarters that you wouldn't expect to be chiming in and behaving the way that they are behaving, who are doing it. So the people are going to get more and more suspicious and questions are going to be asked. This is election 2025. Election year 2025. And while we're not, hold on there, Colin. While personally, I am not preaching the politics, but election has consequences, and that is the power that people has. This finger is very important.
As a father, gentlemen, I worry for the youth, even for the mental state. Because if it take 12 million US from a youth, I not joke money that. The youth sat down for 2 years quiet and said, listen, me a chill and wait because I don't want nothing affect my country. Patriotism. And because the man now I say, yo, government, do something. It is the government's responsibility to do something. So now I go come out on the youth. Me find it funny and now me start worry who involved. The question to you, Ralston and Obi. Back in the day, when the banks went awry, the banks and bankers did bad business with people money. And that was what caused FinSac. And people now remember that aspect of it. People are ready to blame Omar Davis. It was banks and bankers who made bad decisions. And when people want their money, them can't get it back. Does this have any look like what we see in a FinSac, Ralston? Because here is a investment house gone with the man money.
Yeah, well, the only difference between that and FinSac was that Omar Davies and PJ make sure so the people them get back their money. The money I stick out and I blame the victim and I make it look like I'm the villain. SSL is a regulated institution by the FSC, and the FSC answerable to the greatest finance minister Jamaica has ever seen, Nigel Clark, and him say him last to report in his office. That is where the blame should go. Yeah? So him to make every effort to give back the man money. Him said, no stone would have been left unturned. FBI would have come, Jesus Christ would have come, Muhammad would have come, and them not ensure say everybody gets what they're supposed to get. 2 years and we can't hear nothing. And then now because the man talk about his money, they might try to discredit the man. Total garbage. And even the country's chief prosecutor are way in and I said them thing in a paper. So I want to know how the Prime Minister feels, because if she has said both irresponsible, how him feel to say him did invest money in the place and even borrow money from them to build him house.
All right, so you mentioned that, hold on, Obi, you mentioned a couple of times him borrow money. SSL is authorized to lend money?
Well, when them asked him about him house, Peter Phillips in 2016, him said get money from SSL. You can go back and check them thing there. He said that.
But the question I'm asking, is SSL an authorized loan agency?
No.
Obi, go ahead.
Trouble did that. Raleigh, based on what all of the things that are unfolding now, you believe that Nigel Clark should be asked to return to Jamaica to answer some question, and if he failed to come voluntarily, then he should be the extradition order should be invoked and we get him here in Jamaica, because this man leave Jamaica in a tailspin. Both when you look at SSL matter now and the general economic lay of the land that we're seeing here in Jamaica. You think he should come back to Jamaica? If the man is, they said he's a patriot.
Yeah, well, that now get no traction, because the man say, boy, them now have no evidence that him commit a crime and them things. So, I say, man, free to move when they want to move on them things. But morally, it is very bad, yeah.
Wait a second.
This lie boy, my deputy managing director of IMF and all of them today, where I tell them, say, That is rubbish. The man gone, and him leave the place in our tailspin. The census not complete. The SSL report not complete. The economy in our tailspin. Everybody want to cuss me off and say, boy, a bad man, against the man, and all of them something there. So, Jamaican people, because them can't even tell a lie, because even at the time when they were telling people them that, Geeta Gopinath from India was the first deputy managing director of IMF from 2022. And then you have Boli from China and Kenji Akamura from Japan. And then completely ignore that IMF had 4 deputy managing directors and he would be just number 4. Then keep on telling the people of Jamaica that he's the deputy managing director. So the media and the private sector culprit with all of them crap.
And a great majority in the media still carrying that falsehood up to today, Raleigh. Up to today, they're still carrying it. Mm-hmm.
Let me read this message here from Satavar saying the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and its property and asset have certain immunities that they may limit the ability to extradite IMF official. So, Obi, man, I say, man, the man under protection, man.
No. Thanks, Jeffrey, for the
But gentlemen, where the economy is now, yes, recession, yeah. We look at this budget here. Is the Jamaican people looking at the economic situation and saying, this will be a reason for me to cast my vote either way?
Well, I don't think they are looking at the budget numbers. Yeah? What they are looking at is that them can't survive. Them never get that sophisticated and get another number. Them just say we can't make it and this can't run.
I concur.
But the government said the people are not feeling anything.
Come on, man. Come on, Obi. Come on, Colin. The government doesn't feel what the people. The government don't touch with the people. The government don't know what the people might feel on the road. Yep, the people might say numbers and them things have a bigger heads like we. The people might look for what they might feel. Their money can't buy nothing. They can't go to the supermarket. They can't make it on a daily basis. Every day a gunman and gunshot are rare. The people might look for them on the road to drive on arms house lifestyle. Yep. Them not watch numbers. They might watch the reality on the road.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that I concur. The American people talk about kitchen table matter. Jamaican, we say we can't buy food. We are dead for hungry. It is very important, and I discussed it with Raleigh a couple of days ago. This the report that comes out on a biannual basis from the UN, Raleigh, and we talk about what 72% of Jamaicans are find it difficult. Correct me on the numbers, right? I don't want to look you. I think it's 72% of the numbers now showing that people are either find it difficult to have a meal or skipping a meal because of and that in itself, Colin and Ralston, as we know, must account to the poverty numbers. And hence, we're seeing where the poverty numbers are basically spiking. And to answer your question, Colin, that is where the rubber hits the road, and that is the economic scenario that the people will vote from. As Raleigh said, people are not going to get all technical and look at the numbers and dissect it like we are, because it's a part of our remit based on what we do to get into these things. But the average Joe and Jill are looking at it and say, listen, 2015, 2016, a pound of chicken was for about, call it say $100. To date, a pound of chicken is for almost $400. Almost 300% increase. And if you're able to go by the minimum wage and give them to say that minimum wage has gone up by 150%, where are the people? Where the people lies? So these are the things that people are looking at. And when you talk to them, whether on air or you meet them along the corner shop, the small bars, the roadway, anywhere at all, people are just having hardship. You know,
Yeah,
a man will tell you so right now, in order for basically break even. Recently, a quarter of jerk chicken was selling for $700. You still have a few people that may do it. No people are selling that said quarter for $1,000 because they said, listen, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. You know.
Raleigh.
And that is the average place. That is the average place. Sorry. If you're to go into Kingston, for example, you journey from Manchester and you're into Kingston and you want to sit on one of the quote unquote more like a relaxing place, you'd have to pay much more than $1,000 for a quarter of chicken.
Yeah, man.
Minimum wage, Raleigh. When is that next scheduled to move?
Well, them just posted the annual review, but we don't see that have a move for now.
You don't see it going to move again?
No,
but
we see a big fight between the public sector workers and the government this year, because although the wage bill, $460 billion, is nice in that budget, not in there for the significant compensation. So we see a big struggle in this wage cycle between the government and the public sector workers.
How we going?
And that is why even before the budget was presented, the man named Keith Duncan started to talk about the wages, because him see where I come. And him fully in line with the government's macro strategy.
So, we're looking at issues with the wage bill coming this year.
Yeah, man. Big fight between public sector workers and government. Yep.
And we must also factor into the equation, Raleigh and Colin, what we saw just last week with RN nurse and midwives and so on, basically flexing their muscles, done in black, because their overtime money and so on still outstanding, and there are still a lot of things that are unsettled that actually signed off and on the clock with the new compensation package. A number of those things are still outstanding. So, this man, Nigel Clark, has a lot of questions to answer. As we understand that we'll never get him back to answer, and you have people who will still talk about him being the greatest finance minister and so on. But certainly, this man left Jamaica much worse than he found it.
Yeah, Obi, we have Ralston on for quite some time now, so we're going to make Ralston go in a little bit. But Ralston, we have all of this problem. Where are we going to get money from to get out of this recession and to grow the economy sufficient enough to be able to pay our people a livable wage for people to start living good in Jamaica? Where's this production going to come from?
Well, the first thing you have to do is not in this budget. So the first thing you have to do is to improve. You have to spend more on the capital budget. So you have to fix the procurement, right? You have to improve investor confidence. Yeah, those are the prerequisites. You have to get the interest rates down. So the reason for this problem is a certain mindset. So the first thing you have to do is get rid of the mindset that is creating this problem. Until you get rid of the mindset that is creating this problem, the problem is going to persist. What we have now is a mindset of denial. So you can't solve the problem if you have a mindset of denial. So that's the first place to start, which means the people of Jamaica have to know what they're going to do. Simple.
Obi, where the production going to come from to start growing this economy so we can take care of ourselves as a people?
Well, certainly, Colin, and again, I have to concur with Raleigh. But one of the things that we have seen in major economy, if you want to use the United States, what the go-to place is to basically look at their infrastructure. How do you build out your road, your bridges, and so on? Because those are things that would normally put some level of throughput within the economy to basically, so as many people as possible would basically benefit from it. And that in itself would actually assist in driving the numbers. There's also, Colin, your pet peeve, the creative industry. How do we look at the orange economy? How do we look at the agriculture sector, which dovetail into even the infrastructural argument, because the farm roads and so on? Remember that Dayton Campbell said on the political platform recently, and I engaged the minister privately, wanted to have him on air to speak to it, because Dayton revealed to Jamaica, and I'm sure that he would basically do the numbers, do the groundwork, and so on. And he came up with the finding that it's only 35% of the agro parks is under production. If that is not a disgrace, then I don't know what is, Raleigh.
Yeah, man, because that's what I'm telling about a mindset. We have a mindset now that is not interested in production. The mindset that we have now is debt reduction. Yeah? So we have to have a mindset change. Yeah? So if the current people don't change their mindset, then the problem is going to persist. So I know we have a recession. The mindset is that we're going to continue to do what caused the recession in the first place. We're moving along like the Titanic. Yeah, just go on until it crashes. Yeah? So we have to change that mindset.
Jeffrey,
good. I want to put this to you. Sorry, Colin. One second, Colin.
I want to make Ralston go, but Jeffrey have a question. I just want to ask Ralston a question before him leave us. Jeffrey is asking Ralston
something. I want him
to
zero.
I'll allow you after. After, what are your views on the budget with education, health, and security?
And as I said before, the allocations to those ministries are flat. So we're not going to get anything different from what we have been getting over the last 6 years. Simple. Same with the capital budget. The capital budget is down. The mindset is that we can't fix procurement, so we are not going to fix the budget to suit procurement. That is why I'm saying to you that as long as we have that mindset running the country, we are not going to reach anywhere. Simple.
Go ahead, Obi.
Raleigh, I want you to take 60 seconds also and speak to this directly, because it's something that is troubling to me. The 35% production in the agro parks. How come? Because here it is. These are properties that are already there, irrigated in the main and so on. How do we have a 35% under cultivation at this time? What's the cause?
That is simple. We don't have a productive mindset. The major objective of government's macroeconomic policy is to reduce the debt to GDP ratio by compression. It's not about production. How many times you hear anybody in government use the word production or exports or them things? They don't talk about them things. That's why I'm telling you, the country now I reach nowhere unless we have a mindset change. I read when I say a mindset change. Yep. A mindset change is as a euphemism to say something else. We need people that have different mindsets to run the place.
Raleigh, I want to thank you for your time this morning. Anything you want to leave with us?
Well, as I said, my fundamental thing is that the government's mindset is not one that is related to production and exports. In other words, the mindset is not fitting for the time that we are living in at this time. Simple and straightforward as that. So we need a different mindset to put the same mindset that put the country in a hole to get the country out of the hole. The mindset that we're seeing from the budget is that the same person who put the country in a hole wants to put us into a deeper hole. So we need to get a rescue mission. Simple.
Wow. Do you have any question you want to ask Ralston before him go?
Well, certainly, I think Ralston cover the whole gamut. Raleigh, my only question to you: do you believe that the private sector are amenable to a change of heart and join in that mindset and really put some tough question to the government and push back to say, listen, you have to basically recalibrate and really talk about the whole business of production. How are we going to ensure that the agri parks, move from 35% to say high 80s or so? You think they're amenable to that, Raleigh? I will say those kind of questions being started to be asked by, say, Amitri Siaga, our good friend, Wignell, and so on and so forth.
No, the private sector is an extension of the government. You never heard his response about the recession. The private sector is an extension of the government. So I have to deal with the masses of the people. The private sector is simple. They have a whole lot of money, but they are small. They're just an extension of the government. So the people of Jamaica have to start thinking about their future. The private sector sees its future in this government. Yeah? the people of Jamaica have no future with this government. So the people just have to make them decision. Private sector is an extension of the government.
Raleigh, thank you very much, my brother.
Blessed love, yeah, man. Cool, yeah. Obi, bless.
Ralston
respect,
Hyman,
respect, Raleigh. All the best, my friend.
top
All the best.
economist on this island. Obi.
Yes, I am.
Portmore becoming a parish ram through the parliament. What are your views?
All right, quickly, before I answer you, Colin, can I just be allowed 60 seconds? I want to say congratulations to my friend, Marlon Morgan. Everybody calling my phone.
I want to join in the congratulations.
They calling my phone and say, oh, boy, you cause it, you know, because you're bad for Marlon day in, day out, and say, boy, he must be rewarded. But I believe that Marlon had done some heavy lifting for the Labour Party from there in opposition, and he continued to do so. You know, I want to congratulate him. And one should expect that level of bombasticness from Marlon wherever he sits. That's just his nature. So we await to see what will happen. I'm sure he will be one of the first caller to call me on Monday.
All right, let's go
so
to Portmore.
Marlon, congratulations on your move there. All right, Portmore. Colin, again, I believe that this is one of the most egregious things that we have seen, certainly in our lifetime, Colin, where the government had basically take onto themselves by a simple majority to be creating a parish, creating political boundaries and so on. And certainly, to me, Colin, also what they're seeking to achieve seems almost, I don't want to say criminal, but really and truly, they are trying to take away something from the people or from the opposition that the people have signed off on in February of last year. Because what this means, Colin, if it's allowed to go through in one slew, we'll have two changes. Norman Scott will no longer be mayor over there in St. Catherine. And Mayor Thomas, he will be out in the cold.
That is the one I think will cause major problem legally. Mayor Thomas, that is the one, because the people voted for this man directly. The government can't they can't throw that out.
Absolutely. But by virtue of what they are doing, because here is the thing. If you are resorting Portmore or giving Portmore the similar status as the other parishes in Jamaica, as the parishes in Jamaica now, because Portmore is still not a parish, as the parishes in Jamaica, then what happened? It means that Portmore would have no jurisdiction as a parish to have their own mayor, right? So all in all, you will be taking away what the people have gone to the poll and the decision in February. You'll be taking away that from them. And I believe, Colin, that it is sad that somebody who was the first prime minister after post-independence is presiding over this. I think it is egregious, to say the least. I believe that in the days and weeks to come, we will see some pushback. The opposition served notice that they will be going to court with it. And in addition to that, Colin, all of this are happening without any kind of deep consultation with the people of Portmore. Fitz-Jackson
said there was consultation, Obi. They said they had consultation.
Where? Colin, let me tell you this. I lived in Portmore for most of my early adult life. I was an active member. Well, an active member, not in terms of holding any position, but certainly by way of going to meetings and so on. During the joint Portmore Citizens Association, the time I lived in Southborough, right? And what happened, there were just meetings on top of meetings and so on. The late George Lee was a major player, and that is why he got the name Mr. Portmore and was heralded in as the first mayor, direct elected mayor of Portmore. You know, nothing at all like this. And if you talk to people across the length and breadth of Portmore, they will tell you that the consultation process has been lacking. But Colin, here is it. We hear the government talk about the level of consultation and that they're having with the constitutional reform. You see any?
Well, I've been to one.
When I say you see any in the magnitude that we should be
spoke about. But Obi, every Warmington told the country why the GLP wants Portmore to be a parish. You remember that?
Absolutely, I remember.
Hold on.
I remember it's like this morning.
Listen here.
And I'm very confident that the next parish council, we will have all 3 divisions. South, Central, East Central, and Capital. The most difficult of the 3 was Portmore Bank. And we have made it much easier now. I've been fighting before 2011, when we had the last boundary change, that Portmore should not go to Spanish Town, a part of Spanish Town. I've fought for years and then beat the game with 2,000 parish boundary. And today I'm happy to say that we have the boundary that we wanted all along.
Well, man, we have the boundary that we wanted.
Let's spend Line Street Road, Greens Lane on that side will no longer be in Portmore Bank. We sat down, we did the map and the boundaries. The boundaries then was for the Portmore municipality. Now we have used that as the boundary for the parish of Portmore. The PMP submitted a map that they want, but as far as I'm concerned, they're not government. We have 49 members of parliament, 14 of them, the majority must come. They claim that we're using politics and they blame me, that me got seat based on politics. The only thing I know is politics. And my politics is the Jamaica Labour Party. And I must do everything possible within my power to secure victory for the Jamaica Labour Party in every field.
It comes to you right now.
I sat down and I look at elections after elections. I look at 4 elections down the road. Look at the results in each PD. And that's the basis on which we did this. So the boundaries in the east remain, the boundaries in the south remain, the boundaries part of the west remain.
Listen now.
But we cut them up and down the road to what you call the one, Port Road. Yes, they will take the highway back to Mandela. So the whole of them being people on the left, then all of them is there. They won't be able to remember this anymore. So please, when I'm gone, I know Labour Party has something here. I guess further, when we take Portmore after St. Catherine, it's a different ballgame across there. Well, 41 seats now, 42 seats. Well, that is 42 PNP, yeah, 12 in Portmore. We want 2, they want 10. Yet they want the St. Catherine Parish Council by 1 seat. 1 seat is not the get 10 from Portmore. Now, give them back them PNP 10. Leave us alone over here. And it means that under no circumstances PNP can ever win the St. Catherine Parish Council again. Never again.
You hear that? Under no
absolutely, Colin. But you know, I didn't hear it myself. But but you know, I got many phone calls, persons talking to me about the former director of election, Mr. Fisher, weighed in, and he said basically that, and I remember now I'm carrying a sort of second-hand report here, but
I heard him
the source that I get it from is credible. He said that indeed it is illegal. It is illegal because the process that normally supposed to take place with the EAC, right, being an active part of this and so on, it has not been carried through. And,
no, not at all.
And this is where the rubber hits the road, Colin. And I believe that the opposition and the people of Portmore has an excellent case here in the court. You know, it is just sad, Colin. And I want to say, as we're winding down, what happened, this, Colin, must be considered and be looked at by all of us in Jamaica. Because it simply means that by one slew, with a simple majority, the government of the day, which is the JLP now, that is showing brazen rather, you know, disregard for the Jamaican people by virtue of doing this. They could come into Portland tomorrow. They could come into my parish of Manchester and decide that this boy, the parish seems as if so and so and so, and decide to do the similar thing. And it's also, Colin, again, very, very distasteful and disheartening when you should be having more democracy, having people to participate more. That is to say, putting things in place so we have more direct election of mayor across the entire gamut of Jamaica, which is what the Portmore scenario was supposed to herald in across the length and breadth of Jamaica. We are taking that away. The government of Jamaica is basically lessening the democracy of the Jamaican people. It's untenable.
But Obi, what do you say about their argument, though, that the opposition is playing politics with this?
Well, you know, let's get this straight. We have two major political parties in Jamaica, and we have some side parties. And as the name suggests, politics, so they will do politics. However, implicit in doing politics, similarly, Colin, that people would say that you and I have political preference and so on and so forth. And immediately I would push back to people and say, test my body of work. Look at my body of work and see how I'm prepared to go and to do my job. Similarly, Colin, you look at whether you want to say it is they're playing politics or not. Look at the scenario. And certainly when we look at the thing, for example, in Portmore now, I think that the PNP is on solid grounds.
Obi, tell me what you think about this. I don't know if you saw this before, but you might have. But watch this and tell me what you think.
I'm on the road in a Colin. I just park along the roadside here and doing my stuff. I don't want.
Hold on. I want you to hear this, man.
Brian.
Right, not playing audio. Hold on.
is the one that Mark is cool in this, man?
Yeah, man. When him say them not changing. They're not changing nothing there. I don't know why it's not playing.
But listen, even Desmond himself in the parliament on Thursday, Desmond didn't even understand what he was doing. If you notice, he seemed to have to get up and go over the other side when they wanted to basically amend something, and so Desmond didn't even understand what was going on there.
I really need to play this. Don't know why the audio stopped. It was coming. I muted it, and then it now give me back the audio. Go ahead. But Obi, the whole thing about bringing the EOJ in as a part of this, why is it that the government don't want to do that?
Well, not the EOJ, but the ECJ.
The ECJ, sorry, yeah.
Electoral Advisory Commission. Well, Colin, because what happened, they want to do what is called gerrymandering. And gerrymandering is something that, both political party has worked through the pact and so on and say, listen, in order for us to fix this, which is a part of the new scenario where we have been seeing free and fair election. And so all of these things emanate from that, over 45 years ago. PJ, the PNP and the JLP basically came together and, got some things done. What we're seeing is whittling away all of that. It is whittling away all of that.
Hold on, Obi.
So,
I think I can play it now. Hold on. I think I'm able to play it now. Hold on.
A rise on a point of order, Mr. Speaker. The bill that was tabled, and I opened the debate, and we are debating. In that bill includes no provisions about removal of political boundaries. Mr. Speaker, the member is misleading the House. This Parliament, Mr. Speaker, cannot alter or create political boundaries. We are creating a parish boundary, Mr. Speaker. We're creating a parish. And they must stop, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, the minister has made that point repeatedly, and it is disingenuous. Under our constitution, constituencies cannot straddle parish boundaries. And when you configure parish boundaries, as this bill does, running through the middle of existing constituencies, you are ipso facto reconfiguring the constituency boundaries. Stop deceiving the people. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Was Desmond caught in a lie?
Colin, what I will say, I'll respond to this as I have to leave you. I respond to this, Colin, by saying, poor Desi. And, I'm prepared to basically kind of give him a pass. This man don't really understand these things too much, So, so that's it. And Mark basically pounds and, kind of school him a bit. And I think right now, Desmond maybe is licking his wound and say, oh my God, I didn't even know that, but him not when come out and say thanks, Marky G.
All right. Obi, thanks for your time, man. Blessings. We'll talk again.
My friend and brother. God bless you. Have a good one.
Love. One love. You're listening to Portland Spice TV, the Colin Bell Show. Talk to me. So we have some announcement we said we wanted to make. And we're opening the phone lines for a few minutes. 804-7072. You can call me straight. You can call me on WhatsApp. First announcement. The Tuesday night show, the Colin Bell Show on a Tuesday night. We're going to start doing that show at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. We're going to be on Caribbean Radio HD and about 7 FM station across the United States. We're also going to be on a Wednesday evening. So Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 5 to 7 weekdays. We're still on a Saturday morning. This is the signature show. We're now moved that show, yeah. But, yeah, and those of you who have the time tomorrow morning, I will be a guest on Kabu's program down there at IRE FM. We're going to be talking about Reggae Month and, of course, the culture and the creative industry. It is that time to really move Jamaica forward. And the culture and the creative industry is really bigger than politics. Remember that, my people. It's about Jamaica's opportunity to become a wealthy nation. And we have to log into this now and get this thing up and running where our people can benefit from it like people around the world benefiting from culture and the creative industry. Reggae Month should be a big thing. We're going to be talking about that. So IRFM tomorrow morning, I think I'll be on somewhere about 8:35 with Kabu. Yeah, man, I'll be your special guest. So don't forget to join that. If you have not yet subscribed to Portland Spice TV, we're asking you please to subscribe, like up our videos, share our channel, tell people about it. We are on every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we're going to be on 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., giving you more content, more credible broadcasting via YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. you name it. Yeah, man. And as we say, our incredible, we take your calls 804-7072. You can call us straight. You can call us on WhatsApp. We talk politics, religion, sex, current event, sports, you name it. We talk it right here. And we're launching this mission, Operation Repair, Usain Bolt. The youth must get back in money. Every time I think about it, I worry. Morning, welcome to Portland Spice TV. Wagwan, Jeffrey.
I am here, my good friend. Great program, man.
Thank you, my brethren. Coming from you, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, man, it's a great program between you, our good friend, Sir BERT Samuels, attorney at law, Ralston Hyman, and of course the fireman himself,
Conrad OBrian.
Conrad OBrian.
Yes, man.
Yes, man. You know, Colin, I sit here yesterday evening and I got so upset. Don't my very producers to Mr. Jeffrey, calm down. When you listen to the utterance of Jamaica's chief prosecutor coming out about Usain Bolt and Jamaicans lambasting this young man, this is where we have become in this country, where the man has been literally raped of his earnings. And Jamaicans are saying that XQYZ.
Jeffrey.
What a national disgrace.
Hold on. I'm going to ask you a favor, though. Do not say Jamaicans. Because I am going to say to you, Jeffrey, 99% of Jamaicans are saying, Bolt, forget back your money. It's just the one set of labor rights them. And please keep it down. Don't put Jamaicans in it, because here, so we are saying Operation Pay Back Usain Bolt money. And government have a role to play. Government have a responsibility to investigate and find the youth money.
Indeed, and I am making a public announcement on your program, if I can.
Of course.
That Usain Bolt get in contact with the Make We Talk program. Or if anybody can get in contact with, or turn to get in contact with the Reese Rattigan program, is that we don't want him on the program. We need to speak to him.
Yeah.
We need to speak to him. Mr. Rattigan wanted to speak to him from ever since. This cannot continue.
No, you must get back his money.
Of course he must get back his money. He works hard for his money. In which modern democracy can a leader of a country pull out his money and still be the leader of the damn country? And nothing comes out of it?
Listen, man.
Huh?
Listen, man. The man them know what was happening. Because remember that the FSC said that they sent in report to the Ministry of Finance about SSL, you know. And the minister put it down in his office, lost it, hide it, make mistake with it. I don't care. Him go back, go find it. That he had gotten the report. The youth losing money and now labor rights are come out. I come chat about the youth fault. What kind of rubbish and rudeness?
Of course.
You need to come out and apologize. Or the Prime Minister needs to come out and disassociate himself from that argument coming out of the Labour Party. They must disassociate themselves from it.
He will not disassociate himself from it, my friend.
Well, we are calling on the no less a person than the Prime Minister. Because right now, where we at, Labour rights are come out against the youth because the youth attack up for money. What not do?
And the question also, Colin Bell, that we the Jamaican people must ask too. When the international community, international press pick up on 28 bank accounts, wasn't that bringing down brand Jamaica?
No.
So if we're saying both him go out there to speak to international media, brand Jamaica already gone down.
When we have a Prime Minister whose statutory filing cannot be certified, that not bring down brand Jamaica.
There you go. 3 trillion unaccountable for. Is not bringing down brand Jamaica?
Look here, no man. The youth must get back in money. The former Minister of Finance told us that he would leave no stone unturned and the FBI would be a part of the investigation. We are challenging this government. Hold on. We're challenging this government, led by Andrew Wellness and the Jamaica Labour Party, to show us proof where the FBI came and investigate this SSL matter.
But you and I know, Colin, majority of Jamaicans don't know this. in order for the Federal Bureau of Investigation to come into Jamaica, they have to invite them in. And we know, I'm going to use the word of the famous man himself. We know that the former Minister of Finance is a pathologically mendacious individual.
Talk to me.
There was no FBI in Jamaica investigating anything. And also, why is it that they're afraid to give us the finding of the report about SSL? What is going on?
And then we hear one radio station now coming out about leak and how the man money never reach SSL. Why they must put out the evidence that them have?
You know something, Colin Bell? When you listen to these people, come on the phone because I know I have a calls coming in.
Yeah,
when you listen to these people when they're talking, sometimes you wonder where the credibility has gone. To be honest,
them drinking something up at the parliament.
Yes, man. Termite eating up the brains.
We don't know what they're drinking
program,
up here.
Man. Keep up the work.
Blessings, my
Indeed,
brother.
my friend. And Colin, I want to tell everybody on the platform here that come this Monday night is the Make We Talk Current Affair program live on the Make We Talk YouTube channel. We're gonna have Raymond Price on. We're gonna have the former, I think it's the former mayor of Savamar coming on. Yes, and also our good friend Wilfred Rattigan and others will be on.
All right,
thanks for having me on.
Blessings.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Okay.
804-7072. Call us straight. Call us on WhatsApp. The man must get back his money. We all sat down, stand up, jump, scream, shout out with lungs, beat down the wall, knock pot cover when the youth are making money. And now you have labor rights that come out and go on like them want to blame the youth. But the youth was irresponsible. Irresponsible to invest your money in a investment company licensed by the government of Jamaica. We're a government agency. We're investing monies in there too. How many government agency had money in SSL? The Prime Minister had money in SSL. And some people lose their money and it must just go so. Can't go so. Welcome to the show. Morning.
Yeah, Colin, how are you?
Blessings, my brother, and welcome. Happy to hear you.
Yeah, man, good to be here, man. Yeah. First of all, I must celebrate and salute Hyman, Ralston, for his conviction and commitment and stewardship, contribution to the development of this country, And salute you too, man, for
Thanks, man.
Giving us the quality discourse, that we should have and we must have in this time, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But Colin, you know where I'm coming from, and I'm going to reiterate my position, because there's nobody, that has Jamaica's interests at heart, Black people's interests at heart, and I right now, indigenous, original, Listen to me. He's a damned rogue, quagmire, from the government to the economy, to the country, It is what it is, And nobody in their consciousness and conscientiousness, could righteously believe that Jamaica is in a fit, proper, admirable, uncorrupt position right now. The single most important question that should be swirling, from one end of the island to the other is this question. We cannot have any discussion other than this one. $3 and climbing trillion have been missing from the economy.
Well, they are saying that it's not missing, but the financial statement for it has not been presented to the Auditor General.
Colin, we're not on semantics, because we're not idiot people around here, And they have qualified Jamaica as an idiotic place, peer fool around here, so that they mean them can't talk anything and everybody must believe them because they are the only credible voice, the only sensible, the only intelligent voice, yeah, in the sphere, yeah. So whether missing, whether unreconciled, yeah, or whatever terminology they want to use to qualify, yeah, these impressions, yeah.
Talk to me.
You know, semantics around here, missing from your can't identify what it has done and how it been spent or accounted for. It's missing, brother. You get what I'm saying? So there can be no other discussion than that right now. We can't pass that because that is the foundation on which everything swirls. The capital, finance, yeah? That is the heart and soul of Jamaica. We go nowhere without that. And when it is missing, unaccounted for or whatever, it means when you really examine the matter, you know, Colin, we can't talk no other talk, you know, brother. Look at what it should have done and it could have done, yeah, to enable our education, our health, yeah, our security, our productivity, our production, our opportunity, yeah? What it could have done to elevate and transform lives, yeah? So the converse is this. Poverty, illiteracy, undereducation, yeah? And you name it, lack of opportunity. You know that in my regular life is completely aware of what the people of this country, in the country parts and in the inner city and right around, are experiencing. Yeah, may I get out some feedback?
Sorry,
yeah, man.
Sorry, my fault.
Yeah, man. Do you know from day to day? Me feel it, me touch it, me experience it. Yeah? Children can't go to school with regularity. There is no money available to parents, lack of opportunity, lack of work. You know what people have to be doing, especially mothers, because a whole heap of women out there don't have no support from the man, them, you know, for them children, you know, brother. Whole heap of absentee fathers, you know, man. Yeah? Do you know the kinds of effort these women have to be engaged in a sense of hope? We have to respond daily to some needs, some basic needs of families, you know, and yeah, some bright children, boys and girls, yeah, who have one meal a day. And what is that one meal, brother? Yeah, what is that one meal?
With our little bread and sugar and water.
Brother, yeah. So when we come on the stage, you know, man, we don't come to flaunt and chant and do all kind of stuff and talk out of our belly, you know. And what I realize, you know, brother, the place is so contaminated and congested, you know. Yeah, and the government have the people that eat out of them hand, you know, I eat off of the ground, just come like, you know, the first time people show we can and ground and the foul, them just come, yeah, come, yeah, and that are going, you know. So everybody who eat piece of the food, yeah, are resolved to protect the little food that they eat at the expense of the entire country. So as I say, many people are run out and support hypocrisy, support corruption, anything that is wrong, them support it. No matter how it is clearing, they don't have no conscience, they don't have no heart. All them have is a big gut, yeah? And once that gut is being fed with garbage, yeah, that is what they have to eat, and they will eat it and vomit it out in the nation, yeah? and spread the contamination. There is no intention, and I put this out there, no intention of the present administration, because a rogue administration governed by no tenets of law and order and no conscience, yeah, to move this country forward.
Well, if you listen to the Throne speech, you know, there's nothing in there for upward mobility of our people.
Colin, you have to understand the philosophy of the people who are holding the reins of power. Why you think so much money is missing? Is missing. Why you think so? Yeah, because where it should be applied in order to make a distinction in the lives of people, where you qualify the needs of people, the educational needs of people, the health of people. Do you understand that over 3/4 of Jamaica's population is underfed? Yeah.
Yep. Food security is a problem, brother.
Food security, you get what I'm saying? Don't you see there's a deliberate plan to prevent such an activity to populate the country, production, agricultural production. So at least we can see, don't you see there's a deliberate attempt to plant more hotels, to plant more poverty, yeah, to plant more meager, meaningless.
More hotel with less of the money staying in Jamaica.
You know what I'm saying? Don't you see the people are condemned to a little minimum wage? Hotels, jobs mean Jamaica oppress blacks. You know what I'm saying? Jobs. And it is coming true. Hotel, you know, say we attack this. Well, me attack this from long time. So hotels say for lockdown, put a stop order upon them because all them are deprived we for arable land. Put a stop order upon them because them accentuate Jamaica's.
But who do you blame for that? Isn't it the government who are making these agreement and arrangement with the investors to come and invest in Jamaica? They are not ensuring that our laws are adhered to and our labor laws are adhered to. So the government needs to start dealing with these things better.
It's not a government, man. It's only a rogue, plantocratic philosophy, yeah, that can administer this kind of medicine, yeah, to get the kind of result, yeah. Yeah, it's a diarrheal kind of medicine, yeah, and the result that we are getting, yeah, cannot advance the cause of the black people who are come out of a struggle. It's continuous struggle. You know, so we tie our belly for this period, and we loosen the belt, yeah, and the belt down back again, yeah. You get what I'm saying to you, brother? Mm-hmm. It's a continuous to and fro, ebbing and flowing, because there is one set who want good for the country. There's another set who say, oh, on a now move from where on a plant, and a son come here, son go. It's a set, yeah. It's a set, and the mindset, yeah, and the intention, and you don't have to question it, you know, see it unfolding, yeah, and have unfolded over the years, yeah. We're not gonna move past, yeah. So the only thing when I get no education, stay done, so we can fool on every day. We can deceive on every day. It's a deceitful administration, yeah. It's a diabolic administration, yeah, yeah. It's a poverty-driven administration, yeah.
It's rough. It's rough. But where do we go from here, though? We know all the problems, all of the issues you have laid them out. Where do we go? How do we change this?
Brother Bill, it's going nowhere until we are aroused and awakened to take this country in our hands for ourselves, making the right moves, the right decision. Yeah, you could have started with, yeah, our decision, yeah, our conclusion must be in keeping with our head. Our head must be equipped with the right understanding and knowledge of what will take us across, and not our belly. Our belly can't lead we. So not until we move from this, you know, yeah. And the few who are strong must help the weak to understand. We can allow them to just want to eat soon and very soon. Not soon and very soon, because already they might eat up themselves. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
themselves. If their consciousness is tied to their belly, then we continue to eat up ourselves, continue to kill ourselves, continue to eat ourselves, yeah? Continue to do everything to keep ourselves down, yeah? But when we arrive at that moment, when our heads are rule us, when our conscience are rule us, and when there is enough inspiration being generated, yeah, from the few who are in the know.
Let me take that call, Mr. Carl. Hold on there. 804-7072. Good morning.
Morning, cousin Colin. How are you doing?
I'm good in a wagwan.
I am here. Peace as usual about how them deal with both.
Yeah, man, the youth forget back in money, they might disrespect the youth.
You know, if you listen to the statement by Phillips, you realize it's the regular sentiment of the Labour Party, you know.
Yeah.
It's the sentiment of the hierarchy of the party. Because how can somebody for 2 years never say a word about what happened to them? The man lose 12 point whatever million US dollar. And the man mustn't say anything about the money.
No.
And the one time the man come out and make one statement about it, the surrogate to the Labour Party take him on. Can you imagine? And for the 2 years, we have not heard a statement from the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Nobody in the Labour Party hierarchy has been sympathetic to what happened to Usain Bolt.
They don't care. They don't care about small people.
And I tell you from the other day, you know why they treat Bolt the way they treat him? Because who him look like.
Exactly.
Bolt is like
a
boy
youth from down at Trelawney.
Thank you.
Now have no big family.
Thank you. Him is not one of the Hastings from Trelawney or the Mushettes. So them treat him like how them treat him. Right? The other thing, did you hear Matthew Samwood's stupidity on the power program this week?
What about?
When he said that he is not feeling the recession.
Oh, Matthew said him not feel the recession. Him not gonna feel it.
Metri Siaga.
Oh, Metri. Yeah, man, I heard that interview.
No.
So it's not Matthew Samura, Metri Siaga. I heard
Metri Siaga. I always mix up a name. But anyway, how can somebody like Metri Siaga feel what a recession feel like? Him don't buy big jilla oil. Him don't buy a slice of bread. Him don't buy a squeeze of toothpaste. Him won't have idea. But if you remember in the interview now, he was trying to pass away the recession.
Yeah, man.
And say, we should think about this how we solve the problem. But if you don't know what the problem is, how you going to solve it?
Or if you don't admit that you have a problem.
Thank you. And now I need everybody to realize and learn the new phrase. Jamaica is going through a self-inflicted recession. That's what you're going through. The recession is self-inflicted.
Yeah, it's not a global. It's not because of global shocks.
It's because of the bad policies of Nigel Clark and extended to Mr. Williams now. It's because of the stupidity of the Labour Party for 9 years. That is what is causing the recession. Look at the wicket that they got Jamaica on when they started to play. They said they could grow the economy by 5% in 4 years. They could make a statement like that if the economy was not in good shape.
Thank you very much.
And look what they have done with it.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, Colin.
Yeah.
Let me go back in the class and listen, because I know somebody else might have something else to think about.
Big up yourself.
But remember one thing before I go. Greenpeace don't know how photo.
All right.
All right? Take it easy.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Mystical, thanks for holding, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
man.
Man
say green peas don't know say cow foot tough.
Eh?
Him say green peas don't know say cow foot tough.
All right, brother. All right. So, Colin, my conversation is not appetizing, because I am not here, as I have said to you over and over. I not propose nothing from the dump. Yeah?
Right,
the dump have I can't propose. I have to expose and dispose. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, bless up your contribution, brother. Good
Give
to be here.
One love.
Yeah.
Just want to remind everybody on the platform, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to Port and Spice TV. Like and share the channel. Tuesday evening, 5 to 7. Wednesday evening, 5 to 7. We're going to be right here. And we're going to be on Caribbean Radio HD. And I'll tell you more about the other stations over there in the U.S. that we are going to be on every Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon live from the studios of Portland Spice TV. Tomorrow morning, I'll be the guest on Caboose Show on IRA FM. Check it out, all right? Thanks to everybody. Thanks to Senior Attorney BERT Samuels. Thanks to Ralston Hyman. Thanks to Conrad OBrian. Thanks to all of the people in Colin, Jeffrey Tavares. Big up yourself. This has been the Colin Bell Show. Talk to me for yet another Saturday morning. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again, shout out to the fame. Bless up, everybody.
We want to say thanks to everyone who joined us. I want to say thanks to my producers as well. My moderator in the chat room for this. I want to say thanks to Colin Bell for allowing the Make We Talk program to simulcast with them this morning. I think we're gonna start doing this every Saturday morning. I'm not sure. Hopefully we can. If not, then every other Saturday morning. I want to say thank you all for coming on. And for all of us out there who are watching this program, this Make We Talk program, our hearts go out to Usain Bolt and his family. And the Jamaican people should know by now that no FBI agent, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, was never asked by the Jamaican government to come in to Jamaica investigate anything. The former Minister of Finance lied to the Jamaican people. Hope you all can hear me. Producer, can you hear me in the chat room there? Let me know if you all can hear me. No one knows what is going on in this country, in the sense of what they're doing to Usain Bolt. And we all must take a stand, as what Colin said. The drive is on. The campaign is on to demand the government of Jamaica to make sure Mr. Bolt get back his money. And for those who are out there who may know him, I want to run my numbers across the screen here this morning. My number there, see it here. The number that I have there. Anyone who know Mr. Bolt and know him, get in contact with me. Some people want to speak to him, and one of them is Mr. Wilfred Rattigan. Would love to speak to him. And remember to join Regent Rattigan this evening at 3 o'clock. Remember to join Regent Rattigan this evening at 3 o'clock. He will be on with an exciting program this evening. So join in this evening and join me on Monday with the Current Affair program hosted by yours truly, Jeffrey Tavares, Wilfred Rattigan, Head Boy, Marie Edwards, and Jamaics will be on come this Saturday, this Monday rather. My special guest will be a former mayor and two other special guests yet to be confirmed. We're going to come on and speak about what is going on in our land of food and water and around the Caribbean. Who is this now, Father God? Hello, good morning. Hello? I don't know who that is. So remember to join us then. Until you hear my voice again, I want to say thanks to Port and Spice TV for allowing us to do this simulcast broadcast this morning. I want to say thanks to Colin Bell. Thanks to Ralston Hyman, who continue coming on to enlighten the Jamaican people and make we have some sense when they come on to the world of economics and the world of accounting and what is going on in our beloved island, Jamaica land we love. Until you hear my voice again, thanks to Conrad OBrian and all, may God bless you. And thanks to my good friend, Walking in Divine Purpose. May God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk YouTube channel. Remember, at 3 p.m. this afternoon, join Jamaica's fearless leader, the man who hailed from Waterhouse, the man who knows what it's like to eat tin mackerel and dumpling, corned beef and rice, chicken back and flour, the man who walked with kings and queens but still remember his roots. Join Mr. Wilfred Radigan this evening at 3 p.m. on the Regional Radigan program. I am Jeffrey Tavares signing off from the Make We Talk program right here on the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until you hear my voice again, may God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Good afternoon. Or good morning, sorry.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see. Conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk, people.
Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. make we reason, make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper